What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Minato here, and we're back with some more Dokkan battle. So tonight we are going to be getting the details for STR Rose and Tech Vegeta Blue's EZAs. So I'm actually going to be doing two separate videos for what I think their EZAs could actually look like. So I can go in depth with their different teams and the different skills that I want them to have, because I feel like they're very differently designed units. They would want to be in different roles, and hopefully they don't try to give Rose, I think, more of like an offensive kind of role, or Vegeta Blue like kind of D, support, something like that. I kind of want them to stray away, and I want this Rose to be more support based, which you'll be able to tell when you go ahead and see the concept I made here. But let's just go ahead and take a look at Rose real quick. So right now he's at 120% to stats when there's all 5 extreme class types. Immense damage to enemy extreme class allies, attack 30% for 1 turn. 120% attack, 3 key and 50% defense to extreme class enemy allies, and then super class enemies get attack and defense minus 20%. Very solid villain link set, good amount of teams, right? I think this Rose can be quite powerful. And if we take a look here, we do have his EZA stats courtesy to Harry Turning. But we see right here that his EZA stats will be almost 20k attack, which is pretty high. And then basically 12,000 defense. I think that we could actually check how high that will be in terms of like sorting through the cards, right? Because I believe on the Dokkan wiki we can sort through attack and everything like that, right? So if we take a look here, it's attack in general, sort by attack as well. Awoken Mask, potential max, that's what it is, right? So that's his full potential. He's around a lot of these LRs right here, right? So that's pretty good. More so like around here, I'd say, right? Like the 20k range, which, there's some not terrible units here for sure, right? And it really does depend on the design. So he has like LR stats for sure. 12,000 defense is pretty good as well, so I'll definitely take that. But let's go ahead and look at my concept that I made here. So there's kind of a lot to really dive in about this. So let's start with his leader skill. I think that this is probably going to be most likely what his leader skill will look like, right? I think that they will bump up the percentage, but I think that keeping it at 3 key 130% makes a lot of sense to me, because we haven't really had like an extreme type leader. Like, I don't know if it'll show us this, but I don't think it will. But the last extreme type leader I believe we did get was Tech Janemba, which he's on Creative Body Mine as well, right? And I believe he is 130% 3 key rate, so that would make sense, though he is a category leader on top of that. Now we're under the 200% leader skill meta, I think this could potentially be bumped up. Like, what if it's 150% when team includes all 5 extreme class types, right? Or even higher than that, 160% or something, right? It could be very interesting to see what they do with this leader skill. Unfortunately, I wouldn't hold my breath for anything that drastically special. I think the most part will be coming from his actual passive and super attack effects. So for his 12 key super attack effect, I gave him himself raising attack and defense 1 turn, so that's a 30% raise for the turn. Immense damage, and then he raises extreme class allies attack and defense by 30% for 2 turns. So this is an ability that very little units do actually have. That was kind of annoying me right there, the little space right there, but very little units do actually have this ability. This is basically from the 1000 day Goku, essentially. On his 12 key super attack, as you see, he does raise attack and defense by 20% for 2 turns. This guy is like a 2020 unit, so I think that at this point, we're in the middle of 2022, right? I think we should get a unit that gives a 2-turn attack and defense buff. 30% I think could be really powerful. And it's only specifically for extreme class allies as well, which I think they would definitely need a buff like that. So I would love to see that, like a support unit that's also affecting the units that are not on rotation, or when he's even not on rotation, he's still affecting the team and supporting like that. I think that's a very useful ability that, some units are getting nowadays. Like AGO Kid Gohan, he has the 20% defense buff for 2 turns with his active skill. That's another example, right? So I would love to see this, especially at the very least add the defense by 30% for 1 turn. That would be sick in my opinion. But moving on to his actual passive skill. So again, he used to be just attack 120%. I did give him attack and defense plus 160% now. Just adding the defense is really important, increases attacks more. I gave him this ability. It's a little similar to, it's like kind of a mix of AGO Ginyu and Tech Rikuma and Guro. But a lot of Goku Blacks also do want to take attacks, right? So this is actually, I guess you could say it's more similar to the recent World Tournament Goku Black and the AGO Goku Black we have here, right? Like, just in general, like, Goku Blacks, like, they want to take attacks. Like, we'll just take a look here. This guy wants to take attacks to get stronger, as you see right here. This AGO Rose wants to take attacks to build up his defense as well. This Goku Black wants to take attacks to build up his defense, right? I think that's a very, very good thing. But the one thing that all of these units are missing is some sort of defensive capability beyond just their stats, which doesn't really allow them to tank as well as you would like. So I'll skip ahead a little and we'll talk about this right here. I give him guard to get all attacks when collecting 4 more key spheres, or if there's a character whose name includes Masu is on the team, and then 30% damage reduction when guard is activated. So I think this is going to be really helpful for him as an STR unit, because I think just in general STR units are at a disadvantage because of the red zone Broly. If you're going to actually rank units and try to bring this unit into the most difficult content in the game right now the hardest stage is that Broly red zone event. And if you think about it, obviously this guy is an STR unit. This wouldn't cut it without the guard or the damage reduction. I think this will be really, really important. STR units just right now need that kind of tech, I think, right now. Along with this, he does still give extreme class allies 3 key and 50% defense, but added 30% attack here. This is similar to what they did to STR Ultimate Gohan. Again, I'll close up accident, but I'm getting a lot of things from all these different units. STR Gohan, I guess, first battle, right? If we see, he gave STR Gohan's a little different because he gives the attack buff to specifically a category. I can see this happen for maybe like Realm of Gods or something like that for this unit, but I think straight up giving the 30% attack won't hurt. But if you see, he did give 50% defense to superclass allies before, and then now he just gives the entrusted will category key and attack, right? At the very least, at least extreme class allies will always get this, support buff, which 3 key and 50% defense alone is very good. I upped the debuff from 20% to 25% for the superclass enemies. Just a little small thing to do. And then this is a real last thing that's like supporting. He reveals enemy location, super attack locations for the rest of battle after he receives 6 more attacks. So once he receives 6 attacks, he does reveal enemy super attacks no matter where he is. He doesn't have to be on rotation because it says for the rest of battle, right? So this guy, like, he's guarding with 30% damage reduction. Then he's supporting for 2 turns right here. Then he supports for key and defense. Then he also gives this right here. This dude is doing a lot of like manipulation with making your actual entire team stronger. Although I think from what I did the math with how he looks like, doing like 8-9 million attacks, that's around there. He has the 50% chance to crit, so he could do solid damage himself. But I think the most important thing is this guy wants to really power up your team. He needs to be the unit that holds the extreme class teams together. And I think, that would be really good for units like, the AGO Goku Black that just came out very recently, right? Because, AGO Goku Black, he definitely would like another Goku Black partner. I think that would, like, this, a unit like this would really make this guy look insanely crazy, right? And this guy being able to, like, again, just have the guard and being a really strong defensive support unit, I think is ideal. You just kind of want this guy to do a bunch of things, I feel like. He's a very well-rounded unit. I think I want him to be like a jack of all trades rather than focusing on just one specific thing for this unit. Just because that's something that extreme class kind of needs, right? Kind of saw with AGO Ginyu, he does kind of everything. I think that, make a similar concept to this. Make this guy do like every single supportive ability ever, right? I didn't give him orb changing because he does give the 3 key to all allies, so we don't necessarily need that as much. I feel like it'd be kind of redundant to give him support with key and then orb changing on top of that. But maybe he could orb change as well, right? There's a ton of different options that this guy could have. Maybe he's an evasion unit. I'm not sure what else really to give him beyond that. I just think that the only issue with him right now is partners, right? Because like, you suck right now until you get Ize, you're bad, you're kind of bad, you're terrible, you're just, none of these units are really that great. Actually, I didn't even know he does share 4 links with this unit, which is pretty good. But again, he's an extreme class support, right? We want to run him with the extreme class units. Though he does work pretty well with like these future Gohans and Trunkses, which is pretty funny. And like he works a lot well with these Saiyan units. But at the very least, again, with his support, he's able to patch together the team. And he has big bad bosses, which is a pretty powerful thing. Nightmare, Fear and Faith, right? Like, he works with these Janemas pretty well. Like, if you see here, Super Janema, he links up pretty well with. So, Although we do need a Super Janemba. I could easily see us getting another Super Janemba. I mean, the LR... Is LR here? Where's LR Super Janemba? Yeah, here is. They share 3 links, and they could work pretty well together, I feel like, right? Because, again, Big Bad Bosses itself is just a stupid link, right? This by itself, and then First Battle on top of that is pretty good. But, like, this link itself is, like, really all you need, especially with the support unit. But, yeah, that's my design for STR Rose Goku Black. Really all I have to say about that. Hopefully we get more good Goku Black and Zamasus. That'll really help this guy out. Obviously, Merge Zamasu as a part 2 LR is a very likely scenario, right? So that'll really help out these Goku Black units and really support this guy specifically. Keep in mind, he also does not have a 200% leader skill yet, so until we get that, we won't really even see his true potential. Because of that, to match him up with Goku, with Tech Vegeta Blue, I think that this guy could be really crazy. But again, let me know what y'all think of my concept. I think I made him pretty busted. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.